2-year-olds a house. So as much as we can get a ride in, we try to do it.
What kind of riding places do you guys usually go to?
Well, Moccasin Gap, north of Russellville, and been Wolf Pen Gap down around Mena, Arkansas. A place called Hills and Thrills up around Calico Rock, Pineville, up in that area, and then of course Sandtown Ranch right here.
Talk a bit more about that, since you guys get around so much. What's the riding like in Arkansas?
It's pretty good. The places I do ride, of course, my riding style that I like to do is I like faster trails and some rocky stuff, you know, and technical things. Not big on mudding, you know, and getting all sloppy and muddy and all that, but just, you know, and of course nice easygoing rides as well too, you know, where you can take the family out and just have a blast.
Talk about Sandtown Ranch. What is, for you, what's Sandtown Ranch all about? What's it like? It's
just getting out and seeing the countryside. You know, this is a place where I grew up, you know, in Batesville, and you know, it's home for me. So, you know, all this area out here is familiar, and it's you know, the trees, the wildlife, you know, the different seasons, and it's home.
What's your favorite part about Sandtown Ranch? What section area do you really like?
Gully crawl. Love the gully crawl. You know, putting the front wheels up on the side of the bank, you know, letting the suspension flex, and just, you know, taking that challenge.
How much time or effort James put into this?
Oh man, you don't understand. James, he's all the time out here working on the trails. You know, he'll post up that he's you know, out chopping tree limbs, you know, with a machete, out with a chainsaw. Just constantly out grooming the trails, you know, just making them better for riding.
Is he out here by himself, or he's got a lot of help coming out?
You know, he does have some help come out here. Unfortunately, I'm not able to come out, you know, very much, you know, due to work and whatnot. But he does get some folks to come out here and help him out, and you know, it's a good thing.
Does it mean more to you that you know someone's out there just cutting away?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you know, a lot about riding is having your blood, sweat, and tears in it as well too. You know, and the effort that he puts into the maintenance of the trails, and it's commendable for sure.
I assume that you've been to the places we've been to today.
Oh yeah, many times, and you know, each time, you know, is something different. You know, and you know, even though it's the same destination and same place that you're seeing, you know, you can always find a little something extra. You know, you look off in the distance, you see something there you didn't see before. You find a spot on the trail, you know, you didn't know was there before, and you know, a little bit extra challenge too.
And, any one of those 3 or 4 places we stopped today really that you're like, man, I can come here every time?
Blowing Cave, by far Blowing Cave. You know, growing up here, I just don't get over there very often unless I'm riding, and it's a nice place, and it's just seeing the smiles on people's faces, and seeing the awe whenever they walk around that corner. You know, they don't know that the cave is going to be right there, and then they just walk around the corner and just look, and it's like, oh my goodness, you know, just how big the entrance is. It's fun to watch the look on people's faces.
I was going to say, like, when you know something that's going to hit them that they don't expect.
Exactly. It's all about the unexpected and the shock factor for them, you know. And, you know, even though I've seen it 1,000,000 times, I love to watch everybody else's faces see it for the first time.
Do you guys keep that a secret, or how big it is, away from people on purpose?
Well, I wouldn't say it's on purpose, you know, or not, but you know, a lot of folks that come up here, you know, they've heard about Blowing Cave. When we were out there today, we met a family that was out there, and he had some relatives in from up north around Illinois, and of course we didn't expect them to be out there, and you know, shook hands, you know, and just everybody's friendly with everybody around here, and just, you know, hey, just have everybody out enjoying the countryside.
Like, hey, we're going to take you guys over to Blowing Cave, and you never really kind of give us any indication of how big it is.
Oh, I know, you know, because you can tell them it's big, but then you don't know until you actually see it.
Cool. Seemed like everyone had a good time.
Oh, had a blast, you know. And it just, you know, whether it's quick trails, twisty trails, or whether it's a little slow rock crawling, or just technical, or playing in a creek, you know. I mean, it's something different, you know, every minute of the ride, you know, and it's just fun.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you, Jared.
Good riding area here. I was going to ask you, what do you think of riding up here? Talk to me about it.
Oh, it's awesome. As you saw today, we went from sand and rocks to hills to creeks to, you know, any kind of terrain you can think of. It's just beautiful. Of course, now the leaves are just now starting to fall, starting to turn. It's beautiful riding through here.
Talk about the trail we were on earlier today. easy, medium, difficult? I mean,
not too technical. You know, it's kind of a Sunday drive. You know, we had a few spots that were a little technical. The gully we went through this afternoon, a lot of fun. Definitely needed to know which line to take. Power steering on these machines are awesome. For the most part, it was a pretty nice little, you know, Sunday afternoon drive.
It felt a little tight to me. I mean, I was paying attention because like there were a lot of trees.
A lot of trees, a lot of trees. It's a little tight, but you know, not too bad.
Talk about that gully.
Gully, a lot of fun. I was kind of, like you said, tight. I was kind of worried watching the racer go up in front of me, thinking the 16th machine, I don't know. No problem, just effortless all the way through there. Solid, didn't make me feel worried, it was just great.
What's this area like to you when you get up here and you ride around here? You dealing with a lot of hills, you dealing with, can you kind of describe it for me?
A lot of hills, a lot of rock, sharp rock, not a whole lot of dirt, mud, that kind of stuff. It's more a combination of you know, steep banks, cut trails with a lot of natural rock coming through, a little bit of loose rock here and there. Not a whole lot of mud or, you know, nasty type riding.
Anything new for you today or surprised you today?
The width on these 60-inch machines, like you said, it was a little tight in a few spots, but the turning radius on them, the four-wheel drive system worked great. Just comfortable as could be. Felt like I was in my truck.
I was thinking more along the lines of places that we went. Is there anything that you came across today you're like, I didn't know that was there?
Yeah, the cave. We came in today. Been living around these parts for a while and never knew it was here. And that's the great thing about Arkansas. No matter how long you've been in the spot, there's always something to discover, something that's new. You know, hour and a half drive, there's probably, you know, 15 different things that we never saw or didn't know existed. So it's a great time to be able to come out and see new things and go to different places, and things like this cave today. It was just amazing.
When you came around the corner, we talked about going and you saw it for the first time, what was your first reaction?
Man, it's hit out in the middle of the woods. I mean, how could you find something like this? You know, it's just amazing to have something like that just, you know, in the middle of nowhere.
In general, is there a lot of places to ride in Arkansas? It's a great state for people to go ATVing and outboarding.
Great state for people to come. Lots of organized areas to ride. A lot of privately owned areas as well, but there are some organized properties that you can get on, camp on, do some fishing, riding, and you can cross, you know, miles and miles and miles of terrain in all different types.
Are we in the Ozarks right now, or where are we?
Yes, we're in the foothills of the Ozarks, not too far from Missouri, actually, probably about an hour or so away. But it's the northeast corner of Arkansas. It's pretty nice.
Can you describe it for me a little bit?
Oh man, look around, it's beautiful. Crisp air, you know, it's afternoon. Lots of green leaves on everything still, and here it is almost November. Rolling hills, a little bit of pastures, nice rock formations, caves, creeks, natural springs. It's beautiful.
I know we're in the middle of the week, and the middle of the week is often kind of quiet, but we also don't seem to be around any city size or towns, so maybe that's getting better.
No, not too many around. It's kind of in the middle of two different places, so you know, it's not very populated, which, you know, kind of keeps the traffic down and that kind of stuff too. Not a whole lot of people disturbing the grounds as far as you know, trash and that kind of stuff too, which most people come through, they'll pick it up, that kind of stuff, which really makes it a pleasure to ride on too. So
Good time today?
had a blast today, loved it, appreciate the invite.
Good to get on work.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, cool. Thanks, Rick.
All right, man.
All right, let's do one more here.
I don't talk.
You said something earlier. I want to ask you about it. I heard you say something. We'll get everybody. I promise it won't hurt.
Come on, Gerald.
Come on, man.
Hey,
Come on, Pops.
Yep.
I don't talk to you.
Put your hat on so your forehead don't shine.
I might say something y'all don't want to hear.
Well, that's good. I hope so.
Oh, Lord.
First last name.
Gerald Hank.
Where you work.
Sunrise.
Gerald, the whole time you just ride me, you don't have to pay attention.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to look at you. Good.
I heard you say something in the middle of one of our rides earlier, and you said This is my kind of ride.
It is. I really enjoy this kind of ride.
What kind of ride is your kind of ride?
Rough terrain and a little mud mixed, and up and down these mountains and hills. You know, just something that I've always liked for the last, probably 15 years.
Now, what are you riding today?
I'm running the 850 Sportsman.
All the rest of us are riding UTVs, and you got on the Sportsman. How'd that work out?
I don't know. I'll have to ask to find out.
Now, have you been up here before?
No, never have.
Yeah, well, tell me what you think.
Love it. Seen things, like I said, been up here 20-something years and live this close and never seen a cave like this. It's amazing. You just never know what you're going to run into when you get out here.
Did you even know?
Excuse me. You just take a baby step that way. You're kind of scooching that way, and I need you to stop by the
There
side.
you go. There you go. Did you know that this cave existed, or before we came up here today, or have you heard of it before, or know anything about it?
I have no idea. Don't know nothing about it. This is the first time, and it's amazing.
I was gonna say, so what did you, when you walked around the corner and you said, "Oh, we're going over to Blowing Cave"? Okay, we'll go over there, and you hit the corner and you saw that. You're like, what do you think?
I thought it was going to be a little bitty cave, but boy, this thing's a monster, and it's really something to see. I mean, if you've never seen it, you need to come see it because it's amazing.
I was surprised how big it was. And I think some places, when people say cave, I think, well, big enough where we can just kind of walk in.
Right, but this in here, no, it surprised me.
That surprised me too.
Yeah.
Anything else surprised you today, or you liked when we were out riding around?
I really enjoyed this today. Enjoyed riding with everybody, and I just think we've all, had a good time.
What do you think of the terrain that we rode today?
It was an experience, but as far as the width of, your 900s here and everything, I was a little bit worried about y'all getting through it, but, y'all made it real good, and then that 850, hey, you done excellent. You done real good.
You fired up right through the gully like that. That was one of the coolest things I saw. The riding part, I really liked that today.
Yeah, I like to enjoy. I really do. I like to have fun on it, but I'm also like to be careful on it too,
Well, sure. You're a little more exposed than everyone else.
Oh, yeah.
You have a good time today?
Sure did. Really enjoyed it.
What do people, if they haven't been to Arkansas and you're telling them it's a great place to ride, what do you tell them?
I would tell them that they need to come and enjoy themselves because it is a lot of terrain up here. It's a lot of experience. It's things that, a lot of people don't see. It's a beautiful state, and they are to come because there's a lot of trails. Land's probably 2,600 miles of trail, and basically up around on the other side of Rustful and Moccasin Gap and all up in there. It's beautiful. It's something that a family would like to enjoy.
Ozarks aren't a bad spot, really.
No, they're not. They're beautiful.
All right. There you go, sir. I'll let you upload now.
Okay,
So
thank
you.
you.
I appreciate it.
New spot, new swimming hole. New swimming hole. You came at the wrong time of the year, by the way.
Come at the wrong time of year. Can't get in the water. Can't get. Well, we could, but yeah, we'd be a little blue when we come
Now,
out.
what's the name of this one?
This one is Bluff Hole, or a lot of locals call it A-Rock, just because B-Rock is down below it. But more traditionally, it was called Bluff Hole Swimming Hole, or simply Bluff Hole. Shallow on one side with a nice beach, and you've got this big tall bluff here with all these pretty colors, and at the base of the bluff it's pretty deep over there.
Yeah. So people don't swim here, they swim over there?
They swim over there. Well, this area on this side of the dam, and the dam is built by locals, and we build it back up every year. And in fact, it's been knocked down by people driving over it in ATVs, but we put it back up every year. We fix it, we knock it down, we fix it again come swimming season, and it makes it even deeper. This side is also popular for people with little kids, because you got a spot here that's about 4 feet deep, ranging to just, ankle deep over there.
It's pretty cool. I mean, you can ride from spot to spot, go for a little
Ride from
swim,
spot to spot out here in the country.
Yeah.
Everybody's cool. Most of our...
Can I get you to come look this way? Look at Jared when you're talking about it.
Sorry.
Step over here. By the-
You come a little closer.
Most of our landowners around here are really really cool as long as you get their permission in advance, and and don't tear anything up. They don't want anybody on their land doing donuts, but most of them are really cool. Like the people that own this want it left open to the public so they can come down here. They raise cattle, for one thing. They have real no use for cattle being on gravel down here, so just awesome people around this area. Yeah, they're just so beautiful.
I mean, you've got two distinct parts of the ride. You've got the heavy trails we're in, and then a little more wide open with the rivers and the creeks and the bluffs and stuff.
And even extreme trails. We didn't really go on the extreme trails today, but we have some more extreme trails that get a lot more technical than what we've been on. Little beyond what we wanted to do today. So
I don't know what time it is, but I think everyone's hungry.
Yeah, it is time for lunch. Next stop, lunch.
All right, cool. Go to lunch.
When I get up on the road, I'm going to pause for a moment when I get a cell signal, and I'm just going to let them know we're coming. I called and made sure it was okay with them last week. It's the first day you called me, as a matter of fact, and we talked about it. Oh, yeah. We just go back up the way we came. Yeah, well, I was trying to tell you a while ago, if you're coming this way down that trail and you look up at this direction, it's beautiful because you see the cracks and the openings and the caves along it. I didn't, that was probably my fault. I didn't make that. Oh, okay. I'm going to be down. Well, I can't make it till we're about 2 miles down the road.